Hello everyone, welcome back to a new episode of Clair Obscur. Last time we left off, we fought a little enemy right here. And I think this way is where I want to go? I think. And I don't think we're missing anything. I really want to get back to the world map, quite frankly. So that would be something nice to do. I guess we can fast travel. I can do that if I feel the need. Okay, everybody has a level up, so let's go ahead and spend these. You're big in on defense and luck now. Which, admittedly, I'm not even like super sure what the scaling does. I imagine it means like I get extra points because my scaling is better with this weapon in these stats. Because yeah, this gives me like 2 points. Well, 4 points for 2 levels. If I go to agility, well, I think agility naturally gives you high. But here, well, yeah, that's the case too. I don't know, maybe that's not how it works. I was thinking that was how it would work. Maybe it's in the tutorial somewhere. I should look at that. Let me see. Okay. So, yeah, it wasn't listed in the tutorials, like the expedition notes or whatever, but it's actually more similar to Dark Souls than I thought. I was thinking basically what weapon you were using would mean that you would get more defense out of a level up when using that weapon, but no, it's exactly like Dark Souls in that this weapon just scales with defense. Like, putting points into this will actually just increase the damage of my weapon, which is interesting that it can affect like every stat, you know? Like, usually in Souls it's like, you know, dexterity, strength, some weapons scale with like int and faith too, and then you have some weapons that scale with like weird stats like luck, but it's very rare. So it's interesting seeing the like straight up defense, like increasing your physical defense, just straight up makes this weapon more effective. It doesn't show up there, which kind of weirds me out. I guess that might be what that is. No, because that's the number, just talking about that in general. I don't know, it's interesting. It's interesting. But yeah, as far as I can tell by looking online, even if I'm not seeing it here really, it seems like this is actually just like, you know, it's scaling the damage up on my weapon a bit. So maybe because it's so low scaling right now, like it probably goes up to S like it does in Souls, but yeah. So I guess I would want to pick a weapon that I really like, that's the kind of build that I would want for any specific character, and I would pick a weapon that scales up like that for them. So for Gustav, it would possibly be like Vitality and Defense, maybe a little bit of Luck. For you, I feel like it's Agility and Luck that I would want. And then Luck, yeah, Agility and Luck for you too, probably. But, alright. We got 6 points on you. Let's put some more points into crit for you. And then we'll give you a little bit more agility as well. But we have the recodes to reset whenever I feel the need, like I mentioned, so. But this is just the one that just increases our damage that way. Oh, maybe that's what it means by the scaling. Maybe the more points you have in these stats, when you put points into might, it makes it go up faster. Oh, that is... okay, that's different. Yeah. I was thinking, once again, it was going to work like Souls, where you just put points into this, and just because your weapon scales with agility, it would make your attack power go up, and we would see that change. But it might be you still have to put points into might. It'll just make your might scale a little bit better. I think more points into agility is good for you, though. And then, 1 more point into luck. You have 13 luck. Your luck is crazy. Super lucky, Lune. Alright, so yeah, sometimes it's needed just to clear up some of the things, because we might be getting a tutorial about that soon, like maybe they didn't want me to know that yet or something. or I was supposed to just, you know, just kind of be able to intuit that, but it is slightly different than I've seen it work in other games. Apply shell, reducing damage taken to up to 3 allies for 3 turns. That seems good. Sure. Gustav, can't afford anything. Lune. Low single target ice damage, 2 hits, gain 4 AP if the target is burning. And you get to play a second turn if you have 2 of these. 3 hits, critical hit, trigger an additional hit, consumes to generate a light stain. Deal medium fire damage to all enemies, 1 hit, applies 3 burn. I do like that. Let's get some fire. Alright. Cool. So, fast travel. Oh, I can just fast travel back to Noko's hut. I was wondering if I could fast travel, like, outside and we could hit that world map stuff that I missed before. I still feel like I need to do that, but I don't want to have to run back through this entire area to get back over there and do that, so I think it's better for us just to wait until we actually get back to the world map and then we can follow up on that, possibly. But maybe it will just be a kind of situation where I will just need to walk all the way back here at some point if I want to grab that stuff.
Nice.
50% increased break damage on base attack. Ooh, that's good. That'll be really good for the mimes, too. I feel like the character I do that with the most is Gustav. I'm also realizing that the reason Gustav does so much more damage than you two is because Gustav has this augmented attack on. Just 50% increased attack damage. So let's give you staggering attack instead. Which, oh wait, no, you do just have generally higher attack power than both of them still. But, yeah, the reason your attacks were hurting so much was because of that. So I'm probably going to give it to you. I don't really dodge much anyway, so you can have staggering attack instead. Oh wait, no, not staggering attack. Augmented attack, my bad. There you go. Yeah. And now dodger's the only one we don't have on. Okay. And I'm hoping they explain to me how to actually utilize my Lumina thing soon. Otherwise, I'll just look that up as well soon. We're not really struggling at the moment. So it's kind of like, whatever. Is it a... Is it maybe a button when you're looking at the Lumina screen? Reset? Deactivate? No. Okay, so I thought maybe it was like an activate it here, because you can activate the recoat when you're on that screen, but no. Okay. Sorry, that's a lot of menuing we just did. But, yeah. It's important, I feel. Did we actually rest? We did not. Let's go do that. Might as well take my free heal, you know? Thank you, thank you. Okay, so what do we got over here? I did look there. God, what a beautiful game. So stupidly beautiful. Like, they went above and beyond, because one of the other fantastic things about this is this could have been like a very boring, not very colorful, dreary kind of game, but they didn't. Like, it has color, and I love that.
Well, that will help.
Thanks, Lune. I love color in my games, you know? It's very nice. You can have nice, vibrant colors while still having like a grounded, realistic looking bit of art. Holy hell. Hi. Jeez. Warn a gal next time, eh? Alright. I like the music that plays here. It's a very nice kind of underwater sounding theme. Okay. Gustav, what do we want to do? I like that my gun has fins now and coral. Might just buff both of them. Powerful. Low ice damage. These don't strike me as the kinds of things that would be weak to ice. I'm just gonna give them a buff. There you are.
Aroma is flowing.
Cool. Oh, you have, a bit of block, eh? Oh, I didn't equip your new skill. I do need to equip that, huh? One hit, hits all enemies. One hit, medium ice damage. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this first. Let's focus on you. Offensive. Switch. There you go, 200 damage. It's pretty nice.
Brace yourselves.
Huh? Good. God, those are so strong. Ow. Ow. Yeah, that is rough when that thing hits. I can Lumiere Assault. Get rid of those blocks off you. Yeah, I don't mind having Gustav in more of a support position. Having multi-hit attacks to break shields, buffing people, putting on debuffs, those kinds of things. I feel like you would be weak to this. And I do have, one of these as well.
Lightning, strike.
You are weak to that. My L is no longer stunned. We do not have enough to do your overcharge, Gustav. No real point in shooting, so let's just hit you with one of those. Oh yeah, I should have done that earlier to make you defenseless, yeah. Immolation. Roller burns. Ah, I thought I timed that, but no. Alright, that's fine though. So, Spark applies 2 more burn if we're currently in this. Low fire damage, target becomes weak to fire. Swift stride switches if the target is burning. Yeah, sure. We've never seen that before. God, the music's so good. Just everything about the presentation in this game is phenomenal. Exposing attack. Lumina learnt. Alright. What's over here?
Well, that will
Rewarding
help.
mark. Plus 2 AP on dealing damage to a marked target. Once per turn. Ooh. That is fun. You have marking shots, critical burn, cleansing tint. Let's get rid of cleansing tint and put on rewarding mark. Yes. Get that over cleansing tint. That is very tempting. Because Gustav straight up has the ability to just mark an enemy with marking shot. Does remind me though, is it Lune that has too many skills now, so I need to get rid of one? Yes, it is. So we have Wildfire. Ice is normally what I like leaning into, but it feels like fire is just kind of really good for us right now. So I think I'm going to get rid of this for Wildfire. Yeah, that looks good. We need ice for the extra damage, though. Consumes lightning, medium, single target earth damage, can break is fun. I could get rid of Earth Rising and replace that with this, but well, I guess we would have Wildfire if I wanted to hit everyone. Yeah, let's get rid of Earth Rising and put Ice Lance on. Okay. I kind of like that. Good. Good, good. And I just gotta remember to mark people with Gustav, because it's going to be even more worthwhile now. I'm pressing the wrong buttons because I'm getting this and Wanderstop mixed up again. Ah, there you are. Hello. There you are. Would you like death now? I can deliver. Boom. Okay, so got you. Skills. Marking shot. Low lightning damage and applies mark. So let's do that to you. 274 increases the next damage received by the character.
Let me flow.
Now it's Lune. So now, when you hit an enemy with mark, we're gonna be in a good spot. This also applies burn to all enemies. That's pretty absurd. So now, if I did Swift Stride, switches to Virtuose Stance if the target is burning. And I don't have to be in another stance before that to make this work. So that one has the easier to parry attacks, so I'm gonna go for this one. Yeah, there we go. So we can just go straight to Virtuose. I thought I timed that, but no.
Brace yourselves.
Ruler burns. Okay, you're probably gonna get got. Yeah. Yeah, your timing's really easy. Okay, that is quite fun. Whoop. Screwed that up. There we go. Okay. Okay, fun is being had. We're learning.
This will be useful.
More color Illumina. Yeah. I mean, I still don't even really need to give more Lumina points to my characters, like, right now. We seem pretty well stacked up on them. Although, I know I'm not using some of my Lumina points right now. Maybe we utilize that a little bit more. So we have 3 points here. Is that enough for anything? I was kind of assuming no. I could put Dodger on. Burning shots, 20% chance to burn on free aim, 20% chance to apply mark. We'll go burn. You like fire, gets you right into Virtuose. Alright. God, it's so nice just to stop and look at it. Especially so because like one of the reasons I really like underwater locations in games is because like they're always so beautiful in games, and unfortunately a lot of our oceans and deep oceans just don't look like this as much these days. With reefs dying, climate change making the oceans just generally hotter, so a bunch of things are dying, and just probably the, you know, deepest parts of our ocean just being filled with garbage. Hi? What's that up there? Do I want to go here first, or do I want to go there first? Oh, this is another release.
Elodie. It's a miracle any of us survived. We were caught in the maelstrom and flung from wave to wave. We lost the moon and the stars, condemned to a never-ending darkness of punishing rain and raging clouds. The Paintress sent a storm to overcome us. But it is we who have overcome the storm. After surviving that, crushing those Nevrons was almost an afterthought. Strength and resilience, it's how we survived that storm. And it's how we grabbed victory. It wasn't even a battle. It was an ink bath. We squeezed those Nevs dry. But this new one looks tougher than the others.
Instead of a bloodbath, an ink bath. Thank you for that. That feels like, yeah, I'm heading towards important things. So we're gonna go back over here and go see what this potentially optional thing is. Okay. Hi. Maybe that Oof. Maybe I was wrong. That's a dead end, though. So now maybe I'm right. This is the way I wanted to go. Okay. Let's go over here. Oh, we got a platform. We have the platform. Oh no! Didn't expect that. Look at these Mario and Luigi platforms. Wahoo! There we go. Hup. And there we go. All I could think of when Mael hit the side of that, it looked like it, like, you know, probably like pushed the air out of her stomach. I could just imagine her saying "oof" like Mario. We can use that. You were correct, Gustav. All right. Okay, you. Was there a second one? Is that what I heard? There is a. Oh, there's 3. That's kind of spooks. I think. I think the Lumiere Assault is probably going to be the best thing here. Alright. It's opened up. Ice Lance. It was weak to lightning specifically. We are going to see if we can set it on fire. There we go. So now I can just go straight into Swift Stride. There we go. Eat that. More of that, please. Shields its allies.
Get ready.
Oh. Oh. I couldn't even tell that's what you were doing. Okay. Maybe I should have not done that. You're marked. That's good. And I'm just gonna do a basic attack here to give you defenseless. And low physical damage, marked increased damage, virtuose stance costs 2 AP. Yeah, I mean that seems really strong. Excuse me, did that just say what I think it saw? Was that 4,158 damage? No way. No way that was how much damage that was. Oh my god. That was crazy if so. I'm gonna go ahead and hit you with one of these. There we go, 5 hits. You're ready to be... Okay. This thing I can't for the life of me time correctly, so we are going to do that. Good. Alright. So you're now back into defensive. Could offensive switch. Oh, you know what? You know why that did 4,000 damage? The enemy was defenseless because I inflicted that with Gustav. The enemy had Mark, which also increases damage, and then the attack I used dealt increased damage when the enemy was marked as well. So I'm thinking all of those things stacking together just made for some ridiculous stuff. Low fire damage, target becomes weak to fire. Offensive switch. Neither of you are burning, right? No. I'll do Spark. On you. Alright, you're burning. Now, lightning fall. Skip turn. Ooh, that's something I want to find out. I wonder, because I've seen this in other games that have this kind of turn order thing before. I wonder if you get increased turn priority if I skip your turn right now, because basically I want Gustav to go first so that Gustav can potentially mark something. Well, you don't really have the stuff for it. Never mind. We'll just do this. That is something that's good to find out, though, because I've seen, like, yeah, if you pass your turn, sometimes, like, yeah, you lose access to your turn right then, but your turn order might come around faster then, which can be useful. Not the mark I wanted, but, I'll hit you with one of those. Alright. Well, I know what I'm going to be using. Switch. There we are. Bang. That one's burning. Oh. You're dead, friend. Sorry. Hate to break it to you. Okay, immolation. Yeah, I can immolate you. Yeah, Mael seems like one of my best options for damage. Like, I'm sure pretty much everybody can do fantastic damage. Oh yeah, it's also 200% damage dealt. That's the other thing, yeah. So yeah, that was why I hit a 4,000. Just because of that. My god. Okay, yeah, so my L damage. Those stances, once again, stance characters, I'm not super good with them, but they have the potential to be absurd. And that is a pretty good showcase of it, I believe. I guess I can. That is one, yeah. I was thinking that was something different because it seemed too obvious that it was like right there. Where's the last one though? Hello? Here's our final one. I feel like I hear it, but I don't seize it. There it is. Okay. Thank you.
Perfect.
A revive tint shard. +1 revive tint. Nice. That is quite nice. Alright, we are good. Very, very good. I think that's everything here. Alrighty. And up we go. What do you have for me? Yeah, we gotta go this way. That's right. Hello.
So many. I don't like this.
Yeah, I'm thinking this is where most of the Expedition 68 lost their lives. What a badass expedition. They just straight up got through a storm and then fought a bunch of Nevrons and made it. They had a way better start than we did even, but something still got them. Oh! Shadow of the Colossus? Yeah, that one's a wee bit bigger than the others.
This one is gigantic.
Avoid those at all costs.
Oh my god. Nah, I could take it, right? No, I probably couldn't. It's probably those enemies that they put at the beginning of any kind of games like these to let people be like, oh, can I fight it now? But then it kicks your ass. Elden Ring has quite a few good examples of that. Just to tempt you. Be like, yeah, attack it. You can fight it. Go for it. Which way's not progress? The never-ending question. They might both lead to the same place. All these buildings and stuff. We've been seeing a lot of that here, just like, you know, the decrepit old buildings. But, I mean, makes sense considering, you know, the fracture. It is interesting to see, or it's always interesting to see, oh great. It's always interesting to see, oh my god, your eyes seem crazy bright there. Always interesting to see nature kind of take back civilization. Alright, nerd. Okay. So, this is all about breaking it. So, we just want Gustav to do physical attacks as much as possible. And then we want to save up to break.
Chroma is flowing.
Interesting. Hit you with one of those. And then you... Do I want to put you into a stance? Do you have any multi-hit? Guard up, reduces damage taken. Let's do that. Probably a good call. Shell is a buff that reduces damage by 20%. Good. That is what I want. I want to have enough for Rock Slide basically at all times. Doing this to slow you though, probably not a bad call. Alright. This is going to take a while. We're really gonna have to wail on you, aren't we? Spark.
Place on me.
There.
Lune, watch out.
There we go. We'll probably want to make sure I get that parry too. There we go. Just build up a little bit more. Gustav. Marking shot, low lightning damage. Deals 20% health if the target's burned. Critical hits generate additional charge. Let's do one of those. Alright, we're on defensive. +1 AP on successful parry or dodge. This will switch me to offensive. Target becomes weak to fire damage. This only costs 1, so let's do this. Yeah.
Get ready.
Four, huh? Very cute. Could you please attack Gustav? That's kind of who I want you to attack at this point. Like, that would be the most ideal, I think. Because that's gonna be our best way to break you. But I'm too scared with, like, a lot of the other characters. Do we still have our shell? I don't think we do. You are burning. There you are.
Please survive.
Here we go. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Look at that break damage. Alright. Immolation. There we go. Not quite enough to do what I want to do with you, Gustav. But what I can do is attack, because that applies defenseless to you. We are in Virtuose with you. You're not marked. I don't suppose I could build you up enough. There we go. That is enough. I did go a little bit overkill because now I can't use per se, but we'll do this. Mine burns. Got it. Didn't get the perfect for that final one, but I can now do a rock slide. There we are. All right, now let's do that full damage overcharge.
For those who come after.
1667. You are on offensive. I wish I could do Swift Strike, but unfortunately that isn't super possible right now. You risky medium fire damage to all enemies. Ice consumes that. Yeah, we'll do that. 667, pretty good. And we do a Lumiere Assault. Hey, pretty easy mime. Shorts. Is that for Mael? I'm guessing so. I like this is how you get cosmetics. It is Mael hair. I mean, I kind of love the ponytail, so I'm not really sure how much I'll like that. But we can try it on. The ponytail is cool though. Ponytails are always cool. Yeah, I'm not as crazy about that. I like the ponytail too much. It's nice that it's an option though. I was kind of hoping for some Lune hair.
Well, that will help.
There we go. More color of Lumina. Whee. Alright, another save in progress. Where is my flag? I need that, is what I really need. Flag, please. Can't help but notice that there's a path down here. Oh. Oh. Is there a flag up there? I don't really want to mess with something like that if there's a... Okay, cool. Thanks for that. Oh, hey, how you doing? Yeah, you can do that. I'm gonna do this, if you don't mind. Alright, let's upgrade my attributes. So, yeah, we're kind of spread all around with Gustav currently, but I don't particularly feel the need to stick into luck as much as I was. I do think with Gustav, like, it'll be like vitality defense stuff for me, mostly. So let's upgrade your defense a little bit more. And then give you even more health. Yeah. I really think you could build Gustav this way. I mean, I'm pretty sure you could build any of the characters any which way you want. But, Mael seems just really strong if you build her in such a way. So, yeah, we're gonna continue with that. Like, the 200% extra damage is just absurd. And you, once again, I feel like yours isn't really about the damage you do either. Like, you two could kind of just support Mael and we'd be good. I mean, that's something that you do a lot of times in, you know, party-based, RPGs and stuff, is have, like, a lot of characters that just support the one, just throw all your buffs on, like, your one attacker. I mean, that happens in, like, MMOs too, so it makes sense. Okay, yeah, we have 3 points for you, but we have so many skills locked right now. Okay. So, before we end, just because this Dorcas is chilling back here, I want to go make sure we fight this. I'm imagining it's a touch of death situation. I'm imagining if this thing touches me, I am dead. Bourgeon. Okay. Yep. I feel like you would be weak to fire. You look like a plant. Maybe not. Ooh, that was no damage. Can I make you... Oh, wait, yeah, you're already on fire. Never mind. So I don't need to worry about that. Let's just attack you then. Make you defenseless. Good. Yeah, so ink is just blood in this world, as we've been hearing pretty consistently. Alright. Virtuose. Oh! Oh, did I not dodge that? Oh. I thought I dodged that. It's a little bit more delayed than I thought. Okay, so you're one of those enemies that just removes my allies from the field straight up. Yeah. Okay, Gustav's gone. Alright, you're in this mode. I was really hoping to apply that mark, but doesn't seem like that's gonna be happening. 1,000 damage is pretty good, though.
Careful, my owl.
Ow.
Okay.
Exhaust?
Let ink flow.
That's effect that prevents the character from gaining AP. Ooh, that's annoying. I mean, I might as well immolate then, just to keep that fire damage going. Keep stacking. You're on defensive, but I need to get you back into this. So back into that. Oh. Ow. No. Alright. That has a lot of
A
attacks.
storm is coming.
So is Gustav coming back at any point, or can I attack like a separate target? No, not to free you. Okay. Alright. Let's just try to build your stuff back up, Lune. Alright. Yep, low damage, one hit. I am in the virtuose stance. 1,000 is good.
Watch out.
Ooh. Bad timing on my part. Ow.
Well,
Both of us getting hit by that is not great. At least my L already has crazy high stuff currently. You. I would like to Swift Stride. There we go. Alright. Nope, not that. We want to immolate.
feel the burn.
3-hit combo, eh? Cute. I could be parrying these, but without Gustav, I'm a little bit scared, admittedly, and I would rather just play it safe. There we are.
Is coming.
Okay, now. I can't rock slide yet. We gotta save up more. But when I can rock slide, we will be in a good position.
Okay,
Careful, my owl.
on me.
God, if you just perfect dodge with my L in defensive, holy shit, you can just, you get so much. Okay. And we do have enough. You're going to be broken. This might free Gustav?
In big.
Yep, there you are. Yeah, that wasn't bad at all.
Time to hit big.
And now we will be doing you.
Precise strike.
1331. What do you have to use? Just keep that fire going. Gustav, there's not really much you can do here. Smack it.
Yeah.
Alright. You're still burning. Back into Swift Stride. Now I just need my L's turn to come again. Yeah, you're still not doing great on, your stuff. Damn, where's my mark? Alright, we'll just do this.
Take him down.
Alright, yeah, when Mael's turn comes, you're done. Oh? I thought I timed it. No! Well, you're not gonna be dying if Mael's turn never comes, are you? It's fine though, we can do this, and this will probably still work. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, spit out my Mael. Later, nerd. Yeah, if I hadn't lost Gustav at the beginning of that, I would have been way more down with trying to learn those parry timings, but the dodges are so much more forgiving. So we learned some new Luminas. I got Bourgeon skin. And augmented counter 1. 25% increased counterattack damage. The counterattack damage is already stupid high. Oh my god. It's already stupid high. Abyssrum. Vitality defense. Yeah, that's actually exactly what I want. That is exactly what I want. Yeah, and you can see the scaling here, so it's getting +2, +1 damage, I'm guessing, from my points that I have in vitality and defense. That's a pretty cool looking one. Alright, so staggering attack, we have burning shots, exposing attack. Burn on free aim. Admittedly, I don't think I need that as my equipped pick does. Let's put on augmented counter, since you're the one I'm normally trying to do that with. Okay, and then dead energy? Eh. Okay, new weapons. Very strong weapons, too. I feel quite powerful. Abyssrum. We did it. The flesh of this Nevron still feels alive. Bourgeon skin. Yes. So, as I'm playing this, I do find myself considering... I do feel like I might want to turn up the difficulty a little bit for funsies. Because, I feel quite strong. Parries are easier. Parries are encouraged. Enemies deal greater damage, and mastering dodges and parries is required. Alright, let's go, expert. I think I'm good with that. Yep, let's save them. Alrighty, we'll see if I get into trouble from that, but I feel pretty strong right now. Obviously, we are still early. Of course. So there's a chance that will bite me in the ass in some of the harder fights and stuff, but I like the challenge, especially with learning the timings of things like that. So yeah. Let's have a bit of fun, why don't we? You don't have any points. You do. Alright, yeah, definitely more luck for Mael, and we'll get a little bit of might in there too. I mean, honestly, the damage doesn't really matter. Your damage is absurd as long as everything lines up correctly. But, yeah. You're just ridiculous, like, frankly. And with the perfect dodging, making you even more ridiculous, even crazier. I do want a different thing for you. Because I feel like I want you to have high agility. I'll give you a little bit more health. Even those numbers out a wee bit. And then as far as skills go, can't learn anything for Gustav. Fleuret Fury deals high single target physical damage 3 hits. If in Virtuose, stay in Virtuose, can break. That is crazy. Medium single target physical damage 1 hit. Increased damage to marked targets. Makes it cost cheaper if you're in Virtuous. I mean, I'm sticking in Virtuous so much, that feels worthwhile. Like, incredibly worthwhile to have as like a super kill move if I can make everything add up. Lowest single target to hits gain 4 AP if the target is burning. I mean, it seems like just about everything can burn, so leaning into burning as a status effect just feels really good. Feels stupid good. I'm gonna grab it. We're making a lot of enemies burn, so... yeah. Alright, rest. And we're good, I think. Alrighty. One thing I do want to do is just go ahead and put that on Lune. So let's add some thermal transfer instead of that. So yeah, you have a break, you have the ability to profit off of something burning, and you have your burns. And then you have your big damaging attack, which does more damage if you have these, which, yeah. I like this setup. I like this setup quite a bit. Alrighty. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more.